Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about QR-less and reviewing how to solve word problems with that. We're going to be focusing on the first 5 problems on this page. If there is not enough room, I actually just kind of scrolled up a little bit and I'm going to be doing the work up here, but you could work on a separate sheet of paper. You could work on anything else you'd like to. You could do it however it works for you. You could be shrinking your work. So here's my problem 1. And I'm going to read it. It says a set of 8 dessert dishes cost $20. What was the cost of each dish? So I have Q, R, L, E, S, S. Want a little bit more room here. And then before I start filling everything in, I think I'm going to copy a couple of these. So that way, when I get to future problems, I'll already have that set up. And I might even move this problem right up by my work and make it smaller. All right, it's not perfect, but I can see it. All right, so I'm going to guide you guys through this one. So first, see if you could find the quantity. Write that in. Hopefully you were able to come up with dollars, but you had to specify what dollars you're talking about. It would be dollars or cost for each dish. So instead of the dollar symbol, you could put the word cost if you would like. The way to know what the mystery is to look at the question. What was the cost of each dish? See if you could find the relationship and write that in. The relationship would be the word each. They don't really give us any other kind of relationship there. And each could be multiplication or division. We know how to do the let statement. Go ahead and write your let statement. So you should write let X be cost of each dish. See if you can come up with the equation now. So there's really 2 possible equations here. One could be 8x equals 20, and the other one could be x over 8 equals 20. We have to decide which one's better, because we know it's going to be multiplication or division. Let's talk about what the x represents. The x represents each dish or one dish. So in the first equation, we're saying take the cost of one dish and multiply it by 8, and then that'll equal the total cost of $20. In the second equation, we're saying take the cost of each dish and divide it by 8, and that'll equal the cost of $20. Well, it wouldn't really make any sense to take the cost of each dish, one dish, and divide it by 8. It makes more sense to take the cost of each dish and multiply it by 8. So that equation makes more sense. And if you have found a target number, you would see that in this equation you would get an answer that's more reasonable with your target number. Go ahead and pause the video, finish solving it, do your sentence, and come back when you're ready to check. All right, hopefully you have finished solving it. For 20 divided by 8, you could do either long division or you could reduce this like a fraction. I think I'm going to go with long division this time. 8 does not go into 2. 8 goes into 20 twice. Subtract 16 and get 4. And I'm actually only going to need to add 1 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times, and then I'll be done. So x equals 2.5. For my sentence, I'd want to say the cost of each dish was $2.50. Remember, you wouldn't just say $2.5. You would say $2.50. And that would be this question. If you want to shrink this and get it out of the way, you can. I'm going to have you guys finish up questions 2 through 5. Those are the rest of the required questions, 2 through 5. When you're done with 2 through 5, you can unpause the video and watch me go over them. All right, work on 2 through 5 now. Hopefully you have completed 2 through 5 at this point and you're ready to go over it. I'm going to shrink my problem 1 so it's out of my way. Let's see, maybe it'll be difficult. Let's see. All right, mostly shrunk. I lost a letter. That's all right. Next, I'm going to be doing problem 2. So I'm going to copy and paste that up here. So I'm going to go through this a little bit faster now. You should already have it done. If I show something that you don't have, please change yours. So the quantity would be Jerry's books, Jerry's comic books, Jerry's comics, anything like that that you want to say. That's the mystery. Relationship would be together, which is addition or subtraction. Probably addition, but we don't know. Let X be Jerry's books. And then here's my equation. So I know together they own 24 books. So kind of the framework that I'm thinking is if I do how many Ben has plus how many Jerry has, I'll get their total. Ben has 6. Jerry is X. That's what we said X was in the let statement. And together that's 24. You could also do X plus 6, either way. So 6 plus X equals 24 or X plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides, you get X equals 18. So Jerry has 18 books, or Jerry has 18 comics, or Jerry has 18 comic books, anything like that. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way. It's always hard to shrink it. I missed my S completely. All right, there's my number 2. And I know I have 3 more to do. I have 3, 4, and 5. So I'm gonna get myself some more QR lesses. All right, problem 3. Gonna copy and paste this. And I'm gonna try to go even faster because I don't want you guys getting stuck watching a long video. So, on this one, the quantity would be vacuums sold, because the question is how much must he sell? So that's the mystery, vacuums sold. Relationship would be 1/8, or you could write it out in words. And that's going to be multiplication or division. You could also use the word of, which is also multiplication or division. They kind of work the same way. So let statement I'm going to skip. You guys need to have a let statement, but I'm trying to make the video shorter. So for the equation, we need 1/8 of his sales. The way to find 1/8 of a number is to do 1/8 times that number. So 1/8 X equals 1,000. You could also do X over 8 equals 1,000. They mean the same thing. Either one of those will give you 1/8 of the sales. You cannot do something like 1,000 times 8 equals X because it can't equal X. So either way, either one of those equations. And when you solve, all right, that's not going to work. I'm just going to move it down here. When you solve the first one, you would divide both sides by 1/8. And we know, oh, I wrote it the old way. Back that up, sorry. Divided by 1/8. That's the correct algebraic way to write it. I know to divide something by 1/8, I'm really multiplying by 8 over 1. So 1,000 times 8 is 8,000. X equals 8,000. It would work the same way with the other equation. You'd multiply both sides by 8, and you would also get X equals 8,000. So he must sell $8,000 in vacuums. So we don't know how much each one costs, but the total of his sales have to equal $8,000, and then he gets to keep an eighth of it. All right, number 4. So quantity would be yards gained. Relationship would be gain. That could be addition or subtraction. So they start with a loss of 8 yards. That's like being, 8 meters under the water. We've done problems like that before. A loss of 8 yards is the starting point. So it starts at -8. Then they gained a mystery amount, and they ended up at +20. So that mystery amount is my plus x. So started at -8, gained a mystery amount, ended up at +20. Add 8 to both sides. We get x equals 28. Box my answer. I realized I forgot my let statement. So I'm going to put that under E and S. Let x be yards gained. And that makes sense. So they started at -8. They gained 28 yards. They would end up at +20. So they gained 28 yards. All right, and lastly, number 5. Copy that. Last problem. Okay, that's no longer on the right page. We were on page 54. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, it did copy. It did put it there. All right, so quantity would be balance before. We know how much she wrote the check for. We know how much she ended up with. We don't know what she started with. Relationship, there's not a lot of good words here, but I would say like wrote a check. That's the option. That's the action word in the sentence. And that could be plus or minus. Let x be balance before. The equation. So she starts with X dollars. We said balance before was the mystery. So we don't know how much she starts with. She wrote a check for $240. That's subtracting $240. And she's ending up at -6. So starts at X, loses $240, ends at -6. Add $240 to both sides, and you get X equals +234. The positive's bigger. She had $234 to start with, and that makes sense. Starts with $234, loses $240, makes sense that she would be at -6.